Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in with Sam Price, the Crypto Lifer, baby. We're going to have an amazing stream. We're going to keep you motivated. We're going to have some fun. We might even make some money, baby. Let's find out what's happening today on this Tuesday as we have CPI and PPI tomorrow. Getting ourselves ready, 64,200. We have some liquidity below us as well for BTC. We will find out as we continue. God bless each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys when I'm live, baby. Let's go. You never know what I'm going to do, baby. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Let's go. Let's bring the energy all the way up to the upside. Let's go. Amazing day to be alive. Amazing time to be alive. Low prices for Bitcoin. Imagine getting into the Bitcoin rally at 64. Some people join my trading group or start. Some people are at work and the algorithm just comes in. They go on YouTube for a second and they click on me and Bitcoin's 120K. And they learn to trade and they buy the top because they don't know. And that's fine. They get into Bitcoin. It's okay. You know, their first time getting into Bitcoin. But some people are so lucky their first time getting into Bitcoin at $64,200. That just might be you, man. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but these are probably some of the greatest times to join a trading group, to just pop onto an algorithmic, oh my goodness, who is that online? And it's me, baby, the Crypto Life of Sam Price. Welcome. My name is Sam. What's your name? Welcome. Sorry, I don't mean to be so, uppity, but I just got a lot of energy, man. I can't help it. It comes out. Nice to meet you. My name's Sam Price. I run a trading group at CryptoLifer.com, in case you didn't know. That's what I do. I teach people how to trade every single day. I scan the market all night. I have 4 other elite traders by my side that are always contributing to the group. And we have just such an amazing thing going on. If you want to jump on in and join, it's $99 a month. I think it's highly worth it for what I provided, what I've created, and what keeps going on every single day there. So jump on in if you like. It's CryptoLifer.com. You don't have to. I give a lot of free stuff away every single day. I help people out every single day. I give free trades every single day. A lot of people have never joined my trading group and have made millions off of me. So, hey, it just depends on you. I'm going to keep giving value every day. Let's jump on into it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do a top-down analysis for Bitcoin. That's the first free thing I'm going to do for you. Just watching my analysis is going to teach you how to do technical analysis. Just watching the analysis, never mind anything else. Whether it's accurate or not, whatever. How I do the analysis is going to teach you something. Strap on in. Get yourself ready to learn. This is a teaching YouTube channel based on education. We're here to show you how to trade any market in the world. You could trade Forex. You could short, you can long, you could take what I'm teaching you and decide to go any way you want with it. I've got some sauce that I know is worth it. Let's jump on into BTC. I am live trading. I have 2 live trades open that I've had open for a long time now. They've attempted to stop me out numerous times. They somehow have not. I don't know why. So it is what it is. We will see what happens. There's my stop right there. Like, they try to get me there. Try to get me there. Try to get me there. I never moved my stop. They just never got me. I'm long on that 3-day on the inverted head and shoulder. And I think, I long like some type of flag like days ago on the 15-minute time frame. I long like this flag here. I took this long. And I'm going for more. Like, I didn't get my target, so it is what it is. I'm underwater in both trades. It's been like this for days. Like 48 hours now. We'll see what happens to BTC. Still had a great week last week. Nothing has really changed. Positive on most trades. We only lost like 1 trade. That was when I went long on the 4-hour. They stop hunted us. It is what it is. I'm looking for this 3-day to break to the upside. I'm talking about it right now. This is free right now. This is free. I'm showing you an inverted head and shoulder. I'm showing you where the positional stop loss should be. I'm showing you exactly where a pro trader would take profit. But you do whatever makes you happy. I'm showing you what's called a VRVP, the point of control, this red line. If we stay above it, that's a big deal. That's big sauce. Anyway, you do what you want with this information. Some people get good information and hate on it. I've seen it. Some people get given gold and literally hate on it. Some people get given scraps and turn it into gold. It all depends on who you are. I'm a scrappy kind of guy. You only got to give me a little bit and I can turn it into, just give me some scraps, man. Just give me something and I'm going to find a way to win. Give me rocks. I'm going to bang them together and turn them into a sculpture and sell it. You know what I mean? Straight up. Like, give me dirty socks. I'll turn them into a puppet show. You know what I'm saying? Give me holy socks. I'll turn them into a puppet show with a nose. I'll make money in the local park. Like, straight up. Like, don't tell me I can't make gains out of nothing, baby. Give me what someone would throw away. I'm going to find a way to make it money. I'm telling you right now, it's all about your mind. If you can see it, you can make it happen, baby. Who's with me? Who's got a mind for gains? Who's got a mind for entrepreneurship? Who's got a mind for making something out of nothing, baby? Because if that's who you are, that's who I want to talk to. I want to be around those type of people. Let's break down BTC. I've already given you free value already. Let's stop the nonsense. I've slid so much underneath while I'm yapping. You don't even know. Let's break down what's happening on the monthly for Bitcoin. Let's see where we're at. We talked about a possible reversal. I'm sticking to it, and I'm going to give you my reasoning. And I go over this every single day, a few times a day, for myself, for you, for everybody, because having a strict way to do things over and over again will eventually lead to success. I don't care how many times you lose. Eventually, you will find the way to win if you keep showing up. Remember that. The people that keep showing up win. I win because I keep showing up. That's it. Why is Sam successful? Because he doesn't stop. That's it. There's no other reason. You could say, oh, because he's blonde. Oh, because he has a good voice. Oh, no. None of that is the reason. That's all just an added description that make it sound cool and look nice. Oh, because he wears it. No. I show up every single day. Whether I'm sick, whether I'm tired, whether I'm scared, whether I'm lonely, whether I'm up, whether I'm down, depressed, sad, happy, it doesn't matter. I show up every single day. There's no excuses. I don't have excuses, and that's why I'm winning. You stop making excuses, and you'll win too. Very simple. And forget about me. Any human being that stops making excuses and starts making reasons to get it done will get it done. Whether you think you can, whether you think you can't, you're probably right, baby. So what are you thinking right now? I'm thinking I can do it. I'm believing that I am the one. I know I am going to bring generational wealth to my family. It's on me, baby. I'm going to come up with the next product. I'm going to entrepreneur. I'm going to market. I'm going to change the world. I'm going to create products that people like, love, and will make them feel better about their life. Amen. And I'm going to have fun doing it. And I'm going to make money doing it. I'm going to make organic, clean products. I'm going to make good stuff. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going to sell something, it's going to be worthwhile. That's it. And that's my commitment to myself and the world. And let's keep rocking. Let me stop my yapping about me. Yeah. Let's take a look at what's happening to BTC. So it came back down to the 618 Fibonacci retracement, and we will get to the smaller time frames. You know what I mean? We're not going to shy away from them. Bitcoin kind of struggling today, looking more bearish than bullish. This kind of has a bit of a bear flag vibration to it. Looks like, the 15-minute. Am I upside down here? Hold on. I want to make sure I'm not. No. Yeah, 15-minute to me looks a bit bearish. Could be making a shoulder ahead, maybe even a right shoulder there and continue lower. So, very close to my stop, as you can clearly see. Might be the end of my road here after all these times waiting. We'll see. We're going to get into this. I do my top-down analysis first. It's like the proper thing to do. Anyway, so even if this is not the bottom, but it's close to the bottom, and we do something like this, so maybe we make another inverted head and shoulder here. We dip down to 51, 52. We tap the 786. Maybe we have a massive wick to 37 and come back up, and it turns into we have some type of black swan. Bitcoin still recovers faster so we have a black swan. We go to 786. I'm being honest with you. We have some type of crazy black swan. We're talking World War III. I don't even want to say stuff like that because I don't like to project, but something insane, a nuke, you know what I mean? Something gets dropped, something goes down, and there's just all out war dippage. I say Bitcoin still bounces on a 39K on a black swan. Like, worst case end of the world scenario is Bitcoin goes to 786, 40,000. That's in my humble opinion. Call me, you know what I mean? And recovers then, because if you need to run, if you need to dip, if you need to go somewhere, I'd like to have a BTC in my mind. I don't know about you. If I had a run out of Ukraine, if I had a run out of Russia, if I had a run out of Northern Ireland, if I had a run out of anywhere in the world, and I had to dip at the speed of light and do what I had to do. I'd like to have a Bitcoin in me mind. A 12-word seed phrase there, man, A pot of gold in me mind there, right? A little leprechaun running away with his Bitcoins. No, but seriously, so I don't know what I channel my inner Conor McGregor. So, little bounce there off the 618 Fibonacci. I like what I'm seeing. All right, and then we're looking to see, for me, I've been kind of stuck on this idea that we're going to get this inverted head and shoulder. Somewhere by November 1st, we get the higher low. That's when the tweezer bottom is called in the monthly. Maybe December is the green month. November is a red one, and then we get the bounce, right? And we're on. And it says we could get, you know, February of 2028, $140,000 Bitcoin. It's going to take some time. That's you know what I mean? That's a year and a half away. That's not like, you know, a little over that. So that's not overnight. But then we're going to have a halving in May of 2028. We're coming up on another halving. See, this is the thing about Bitcoin. Every single time we feel like we're bearish, we realize that they're about to cut the supply in half again. And so the supply, April 2028 now, around here. So like somewhere around here, man, look how close we are to the next halving, folks. Wow. May of 2024. I remember where I was at that halving. I went to a steak dinner at a place called Davos in Brookline. Interesting times to be alive. Look at this. The halvings, baby. And every halving, I mean, you know, Bitcoin just continues to kind of show its strength. I mean, you're going to have something over time. People forget it. So don't forget, we're so close, folks, to some big, big things changing our lives. I firmly believe DCAing into BTC here is going to change my life. I don't know about you. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't tell you what to do. This is a reality TV show of my life as a trader and what I'm doing. All right. I have an HBATA chair if you like HBATA. It's interesting. It does really support your back. It has a lumbar that pushes out. It like knows where you're at and by how much kind of pressure you have. Like if I move up, it'll push out. If I move in, it'll push back. It randomly will massage and heat you and just kind of get you going. Pretty nice. HBATA. $1,300 chair. For 2 months, I did a chair I bought at a used furniture place called Chicken Alley. If I show you the picture of Chicken Alley where I bought it, you'd be like, okay, makes sense. You know what I mean? Like that old school, like stuff's outside the parking lot. You just kind of pick up a couple things, you know, $20 chair. We did $20 chair. It's still cool because like you could have all the money in the world. You could be a multi-millionaire and still buy a $20 chair at a tiny and do your live stream. Like there's no rules. Like you don't have to buy. Why do you have to buy the nicest things just because you got money? You know, I find the more money I make, the less I feel like I got to buy anything. When you originally get, if you were like middle class like me and you originally get your hands on a bunch of money, you'll buy a bunch of stuff at first. Maybe not, you know, but most people do. You'll kind of spend and then you'll realize every time you buy something, you'll get a little less and a little less of a rush. And then eventually none of that really meant, you realize it's just like all about just, you know, looking nice when you need to look nice, having a few things that you need and going from there. Monthly looks good to me. I like what I'm seeing here on the monthly. Oversold. There's some hidden bullish divergence. This is what like has really got my goat. I mean, that's flat number one. That's hidden bullish. You could call it exaggerated hidden bullish divergence. And you can even go all the way back to here to there, where you don't even touch and swing it. And you got like a massive hidden bullish now. Hidden bullish is when you have an uptrend in price, you come back down for a retest. 90% of the time, when you retest, you come to a 618 fib. All right, and you can see we've done that here. From that impulse, so that's kind of, we had a pump, came back to a fib and pump. It's a nice impulse there. You can see we came right into a golden pocket. All right. That's just beautiful, man. I look for this exact setup. I think I've showed people that have been my warriors, my OG traders. They know this setup for me for 4 years ago. Aave, Bitcoin, whenever I saw Bitcoin doing one of these. So the monthly to me is screaming that there's a high probability of a bottom. I'd say 95% chance. Like very rare, very unlikely. Like it has to be a black swan in my humble opinion. And even then, I feel like we recover off of 786 from 37 to 40K or something. And it's short-lived because it's something that people have to get during times of stress, and it's going to bounce back faster than a jackrabbit. So 29, we were at 5 and 8. We had 5 twice and 8. I'll never forget it because single digits are just golden for me. And, whenever this gets here, once we get to here, I always get a little sad. Everyone's like, and I shouldn't get sad. There's no such thing as fear. I'm always, it's open. But I sit there and I go, wow, because that's one that's not amazing to buy Bitcoin anymore. It's amazing to buy Bitcoin over here. It's not so amazing to buy Bitcoin when it crosses the medium level. Down everywhere here is a great discount. Today is a good discount, comparatively so to the longer time frames in Bitcoin's life cycle. But man, the times was to get it when it was really sketchy. When people told us it wasn't going to go low, go higher, when it really felt like it was going to dump in our face. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let me take a look at that in a second. I just saw a cup bounce. I've just been so in tune to the show. I don't see them as much as I used to. I will get to every super chat. If we don't mention it immediately, there's a time where I go through every single one and I double check. My team reminds me. We missed them like one time, like last week. That was the first time in a year or something. And we made sure we did them in the next show in the morning. So we got you. We put your name on the screen and everything. Let me see if I have any right now, just because, you know what? I've super chatted, and when people, hey, you didn't see my super chat. Let's raffle the Lamborghini. Let's not say we did. It's a sweet ride, though. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you. Let's take a look at the fan funding. I think that's it. Okay, wow, we have a couple things in here today. So we have my travel guide with $1. He said, can we use the logarithmic chart, Mr. Price? No, not right now, but later on, maybe. Yeah. I am a father, I am a brother, I am a son, I am an uncle, I am an outlaw, I am the one. Above all, I am a lifer. I love it, man. God bless you. I'm a father, I'm a brother, I'm a son, I'm an uncle. I am all of those things. Interesting. I'm an outlaw, I'm on one. I guess we were all at one point. And then we have Cryptic Rick coming in with a bunch of super chat easies we got to look at. One PROM, 2 Link, 3 more, 4 Tron, ICP, CVX. Dang, man, you running me. I got you, bro. Thank you, though. I like it. You know what it does is encourages everybody else to go get it in. People think it's me. I bet you people, no, this is what happens, Cryptic Rick, because you're doing this. He started doing this out of nowhere on his own. He obviously has the fever I do, and some of these coins I might have gone over anyway, so he's just throwing them out there with some gains, so I get a little coinage. But what he also does is promotes other people to jump on and shows them that the stream is when everyone gets involved. But thank you so much for the fan funding. We're gonna get to all of these. But shout out to my travel guy, Cryptic Rick, and the Rolling Roadshow. OG lifers there are almost always giving those 3 people, man. God bless you all. Thank you so much. My travel guide's kind of new, right? I don't know. I've seen you around, but 3028. I can look at logarithmic later on in the show. Yeah, I will do that for you, but just not right now. Okay, not right now. Taking a peek at the smaller time frame, a little bit of a dumpage here, as Bitcoin doesn't look amazing again, coming for my stop. And this has been just like the most, very challenging. And again, I trade, the way I trade, the 21's below the 200. So it tells me that is, if I was bullish, I would almost be like, are we going to do one of these? And like make another shoulder before, 21 curves up, we kind of hang, and then we break out. But it does look bearish for Bitcoin. Is that, I'm starting to see if there could be a right shoulder. Just like a shoulder ahead, we might be making a right shoulder here for some dumpage, and then that's a descending triangle. So right now, Bitcoin looks more bearish than bullish unless it can hold this level, which it keeps bouncing from. But it also keeps coming to it. The more you keep hitting something, eventually you're going to break through it, right? Like, it's like you keep going, boom, boom, boom. Eventually, you seem to keep testing 64,000 over and over and over again, right? So Bitcoin doesn't look good right now. Small time frame, just kind of keep you up to date as we go through the bigger one. So monthly looks good to me. I like what we're seeing on the monthly. The 2-week chart is exposing itself as a bottom. Why? Well, if I take a BTC USD all-time history index, you can see like green R, Green R, green R. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every single time we've seen this indication on both the RSI, which is an uptrend on the RSI, and look, we're even lower than the bear market low in the RSI, which is the lowest Bitcoin's basically ever been. Yeah, I don't think Bitcoin's ever been that low. That sell-off was massive. To take Bitcoin back to 60K was massive. It took a massive amount of liquidity. Just like it took a massive amount of liquidity to pump it up. This is a $2 trillion asset fighting for its life. You know, Bitcoin and gold can do that in a day now. Like, you know, they lost $2 trillion in a day, or less, more than that, I believe. I mean, not Bitcoin, gold and silver, like, sorry. But, you know, he's losing it. He's Joe Biden again. I knew Sam was going to get old and lose it. Guy has no idea what he's talking about anymore. See now. He's gone. The guy is gone. So the 2-week chart still looks beautiful to me too. You know, and it's about this discipline, and there's that bullish divergence. So and look, you've had 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. When Bitcoin finally does whatever it's going to do and 2 years go by, they're going to print more money. Bitcoin's going to be halved. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be less Bitcoin out there for people to grab. And less people are going to believe it is what it is. And there's going to be a time where it's the most Googled thing in the world. Bitcoin is ripping again. Everyone wants a piece. And the people that sat here on these boring summer days, just getting it in slowly on an August day, are going to be the ones that get paid. It's crazy if you think about it. Even if it dips and comes, you know what I mean? Whatever happens, these are the golden days. If you buy assets near the weekly 200 moving average, if you just kind of made a box around the weekly 200 and you decided to DCA anywhere around it, whether on top or below, it does not matter. You would have been in some massive gains. Anytime you did this for Bitcoin in your life, anytime you bought Bitcoin near or on the 200 moving average, it was a massive payday. You know what I mean? This is what it is. And so we're entering in some of the greatest, you know, whether we dip and hang out, whether we, you know, whatever happens here, this is it. The people that make the most money, I believe, are the big boy, are the people that long-term buy Bitcoin, no leverage at all. Leverage traders will go up, they'll go down, they'll make math. You know, we've seen the guy make 100 mil and turned it into zero. Went back to zero after 100. Imagine not taking at least 15 mil. And anyone say he made like 25 mil off ship. Everyone said he's fine. He's still worth, you know, whatever. So who cares? I guess. Who knows? And I don't even care. I don't know what someone's net worth is. It doesn't change my net worth or do anything for me. So I don't really stress it. I'm super happy for people that make it. When someone makes it, there's a really good feeling in their heart. Especially if they did it in a great way, started a business, grinded every day. Especially if they went with like, you know, there was those like late nights, no sleep, nobody believed, and you just kept grinding and you made it. Those are the best people, man. They treat the servers the best. They tip well because they really cherish what it was like to have nothing. They still remember what it was like to grind. And they're in a good pocket in life now, and so they're feeling it. They're feeling the ability to give back. And God speaking to them, look, and I took you through the lows, and now you're in the highs. Now you help the people that are back where you were, man. When you see someone, I was a server in my life. I waited tables. I was a busboy too, everybody here. I was a busboy. At a few different restaurants, I bussed tables. I really did. Anyone here bust tables for a living? Or do it at least for a summer, a couple years? I was a fry guy at a small restaurant, you know? I took a job at a mini little like all-day eatery and worked there by myself as the cook and the server on Pacific in Westminster, you know, or Pacific in the Speedway in Los Angeles, you know, in Venice, California. Like, hey, man. I was the trash collector at the fair. Like, I've done whatever. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll make, you know. My first job, I was a parking director for $10 an hour. I only got 6 hours a week. I got 2 3 hour shifts. But hey, man, That was a lot of money for me. A couple weeks, I'm sitting there counting $120. I got a stack of money in this little. Next thing you know, by the time I remember I was like 10 or 12. And I had a little flag, and I would, I wouldn't get in the cars. I would just kind of faint. I had a big flag. Crazy they let a kid do that. Right nowadays, you probably get run over by a SUV. And the SUVs are just coming out. The Eddie Bauer Fords. I'm making $10 an hour, waving this little flag at a farmer's market. God bless my parents for bringing me to these great environments. My parents didn't have tons of money. My mom was a school teacher. My dad was an iron worker. But they had an idea and a mind. And they loved their kids. And they spent their time and money on their kids, and they put their kids in the best environments. They bought a little tiny home in Martha's Vineyard for dirt cheap, man, when nobody really would. Rich people were there back in the day, But they bought a little cottage in the woods, little, beautiful little salt box. The salt box, you know what I mean? It literally looks like this. A salt box is it's literally just a square house. You've seen them. It has like a roof, usually like slanted one way a little more than the other. Like a couple windows, little salt box. Anyway, it had 4 rooms. One room contained the kitchen and the living room and like the dining room table at the end. It was like all 3 together, just like. And on the other side was my parents' master bedroom with a little bathroom here and the door, and then the stairs up. And there was like 2 beds here and a little kind of sink and a tiny bathroom. And you went through this little door, and there was 2 beds on either end here. A little closet, little wood stoves. Tiny little home, man. It was nice. And I grew up, very humble with my parents. And I loved every moment. I pitched a tent outside, and I slept outside every single summer night. Unless it was like a massive rainstorm, that comes sometimes. The tent would be leaking, thunder and lightning. And, I don't know if a branch would fall on me and kill me. I would come inside, but it was rare. So a lot of times I would sleep through it. Anyway, back to the basics here. We're looking at the 1-week chart, and it's if it can stay above the 200-week moving average or kind of wick around, could we get a massive dump here? Are they about to obliterate the longs? Honestly, there's a chance. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen for sure. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, but that closes bearish, red on red, red. That's what's called a tweezer top, and it would be a bearish tweezer top. I'm looking for the bounce on that 3-day, but you never know. You never know. And Bitcoin kind of, struggling right now. The bulls are just, 63.9, 64,000. As I said in the smaller time frames, does it look amazing? That 5-day chart looks like it could get, and again, it could just be chopping around, like we might go sideways, which through this whole little area. 4-day bearish engulfing again, and the 3-day, which did close a bearish engulfer. And as much as I like this as a shoulder, head, right shoulder, even now, this was green this morning and coming up, and now it's red. It's interesting how it's, that changes the story a lot. Let's see if this is just making a wick, inducing shorts all day, seeing how many people it can get to grab before it rips back or goes sideways. And we might even get 3, 6, 9, heck, maybe even 12 more days of complete chop in this sideways price action. August is always tough. I would expect August to chop around here. If it did, it's a great thing about being in a trading group and being with a mentor. You might join a trading group in August and not know anything about trading. You might have one of the toughest times you've ever traded. You might join a trading group in, let's just say, late October and have a massive, massive win rate. Have the same amount of experience, 2 different people. Why? Well, some months are literally harder to trade than others. If you didn't know that, you would jump on in and blame yourself. I can't believe how many countless times, you were trading a game of probability. And there's literally times of the year where the probability is against you a little more. If you're doing certain things too. DCAing is always a win. It's a check because it's dollar cost averaging. And, dollar cost averaging means, and I love the examples, but, little Jimmy wants to buy Tesla, right? So, and his grandma left him 10 grand, let's just say. And, he gets this 10,000. It's weird. Oh, I am on USD. See how that just flipped from green to red? I'm like, I'm going to get out of here. I'm on BTC all-time history index, and that's what it do is combining multiple charts. Thank God I did that because that was throwing me off, right? That candle was like changing in front of me, and I caught it. I was like, whoa. Anyway, little Jimmy wants to buy Tesla stock. His grandmother gives him 10 grand. Instead of buying 10 grand of Tesla stock, he buys $1,000 of it for 10 months. Every month on the 10th of the month, he buys, or let's just say he buys $500 once on the 1st, once on the 15th. If he's really good, he waits for the daily to be on the low stochastics, and he only buys on low stochastics. You get it? Like, once you combine technical analysis with DCA, you can maybe start to the point of DCA though is not to have to be a technical analyst and not to care too much. It's just to know that if you keep buying small amounts over time, that you should be okay. All right. So anyway, we're looking at this inverted head and shoulder. Idea still on the table. Chance I get massively stopped out there. It's not perfect, right? I'm not deleting this because I don't still believe in it. I just want to kind of zoom in here, and I have a lot on the chart. And I want to see what's happening on this 3-day. So like right now, to me, personally, it looks like we've got this trend line formed here, which we could definitely bounce on. And we're going to get to the daily in a second too, But like we just got this like ascending triangle as well. A bit crucial, we could get a move, I'm not loving the fact that we've pumped and dumped with a higher wick from the downside. That's not my, But what we did is we did create a downward wick. We could come back up now. A lot of chop right now today. Remember, tomorrow's CPI, and then we have PPI. I would expect, some days I stay off some days I stay off those charts anyway, but it's low volume, and this has been really hard for me to tell. I'm in a trading group, and I'm like, guys, I'm not trading that much right now. I'm not trading. I've done this a lot of August, and people lose faith to me. They don't listen to me. They don't, by September, October, we're back and ripping, and they're just like, But if you just join, like, this guy doesn't want to, I'm not going to put tons of effort in to a market that's, back and forth. It doesn't mean we didn't find a 40X when we caught IF at $460,000 market cap. Like, let's get real here. Like, we're still looking for gems and grabbing up gems. And that could still become something even bigger from where it is. We're going to look at that later on today. All right. It's object day. What does that mean? Object day means I grab an object from my desk and we see if someone can guess what it is. I grab a random object from my desk. What would be on my desk? I grab a random object. I put it in my hand. If I can, I could put it like this, just so you know what I mean. Any clue there, and then we see who can guess what. I haven't done it yet, but we are going to do it. If you do guess the object, you win 100 beans. Just a fun thing to keep you guys kind of going, keep you having fun here on the channel. So, shoulder, look at this, right? It looks shoulder, 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 head, shoulder, shoulder, shoulder. Like, that looks like a complex head and shoulder that's going to break us down. A double top that hasn't been able, with a lower high. Telling me we're likely going to take out this low. I mean, you had a high, a low, a lower high, lower low. Unless you can dig out a higher low here and bust out of here. This is just, and this is summer chop, folks. And I warned us all. I told you about it. I say it every day. I say it all the time. Small time frames are going to get you caught up today. No matter what, they'll look one way, flip the other. It can happen so fast. So I only trade the model strictly with discipline. And then I usually like to trade the model on the best days. I don't like to overtrade the model when there's low liquidity. It's like, so wow, that looks like a right shoulder to be. You got it. We did kind of get above that high slightly, though. We did close candles above that on the daily, technically making that a higher high. This possibly putting in a higher low. We got to close green today. Even if it's tiny like this, like we gotta close a green candle. This area must hold. Very important we close a daily candle above 63,750. You can go fishing today and walk away. Come back at 8 p.m. tonight. The only thing that matters to you is if we close above 63,750. If we do not, the bears are likely starting to take over, and you got to start thinking we're going to 62.8. If we do and hold, then everything is kind of still steady on. And this is a sloppy inverted head and shoulder that can get us there. Today's close is very important on the daily. 8 p.m. is going to tell us, where we're going for the week. We had it here. They flipped it red, though. It's crazy, right? 8 p.m. still, 8 hour is still above the 200 moving average. These are some bullish signs as well. That we could get back to the upside and continue. So I like that the 8 hour is back above that 200. If the 8 hour loses the 200, we're in the doldrums. Like, that means this is starting to dump. I mean, do you open up a head short now? Right here with a stop above this high? Because if they dump this puppy, you're ready to go. We'll look into this. It might be a hefty right now. I'm pretty stubborn. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Kind of want to sit there till I'm really wrong. They try to stop me out so many times. Still have yet to do so. Looking like it's very likely going to happen, though. Oh, my gosh. Look, that was a head and shoulder right there. You can see shoulder, head, right shoulder. Just Bear City all along. Look, cat ears there that then went out. I mean, they made a double top, ripped them. And then anyone that went to the late long, they ripped them. So, like, if you late shorted this, because that's what happened. It starts to dump. Everyone's like, oh, my God, it's going to dump. And they start shorting. They went right the other way. And then everyone's like, oh, my God, it's pumping. It's that long. They went right down the other way. I expect this behavior, man. It's kind of like they're doing exactly what you think they're going to do. Expected greed, man. So, this is a shoulder, a head, right shoulder, even though it looks ugly as all heck. It doesn't look good to me at all. That's a bearish engulfing candle on the 4-hour time frame, and it to me, about to come get me here. I'm going to clear out these longs today, hardcore on a Tuesday. 61,895 and really just flush it down. And just not that time to trade it yet. Who knows? I mean, it could hold this level, but that's closing below the 200 moving average. Yeah, that is bearish. It's like a rising wedge. $21 is below the 200 moving average. The stochastics RSI are pointing to the downside. Bitcoin is cascading right now, about to come take me out. And if you see, it might even just make a head and shoulder pattern that dumps later on with might chop around for half a day before it does the move. But it's very close again to my stop. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th time now. I've weathered this storm. It's crazy to have weathered the storm that many times not to be rewarded. I thought for sure I had it. Had the pump this morning too at 4:30 to the upside. But you can never be sure. That's the crazy thing about trading. You could never be sure. Anything is possible. Up there, they just ripped me a new one right there. Wow. Just definitely smashed my cheeks out right there. Oh my gosh. Dang, man. Come on. It tells me, and now I'm on that 3-day, but I just don't I'm losing faith in that idea too. Do I hold strong on the bigger time frame? Or, this is, no. That looks like you're going lower down to 63,000. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP and see what BOOKMAP says on the liquidity. It has lower lows too. It says 63K. Exactly what I say. So it's matched up exactly. Says we're going down to clear that liquidity. And we might make a head and shoulder pattern to do it. Like shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. But there was your dump today. Bitcoin got rejected by the 200 moving average on the 1 hour and took a boom. Going down to 63.7. So it chopped around, got a morning pump, came back and wiped out the late shorts, the late longs, and it had already dumped it down, when we had lost this trend line. My idea was to trade that 3 hour, and my other idea had been invalidated a long time ago. I just had kept the trade open because I just, you know what I mean? I was being, hey, if you don't get stopped out, why, you know, I didn't want to emotionally affect the trade. I wanted the trade to do whatever it was supposed to do. So, dang, this looks like it's going to go lower and implode. Let's go down to the 5 minute, the 1 minute time frame, which are losing the 200 moving average, you see? Just like when we're trading it long, like we do the same thing here. So now we'd be like, okay. Now we would flag out and hit the 21-day moving average and continue to dump. You know, you're looking for head and shoulder and a rip back above the 200. That's, you know, it changes the story. But, and then you just sit there, and that takes about an hour at the most. 5 minute times 20, right? Or an hour and 40, and, you know, it could be anywhere between 25 and an hour and a half, you know, or 2 hours. You don't know exactly what's going to happen. That's why you sit there and you watch. Observation is the first part of trading. No one knows exactly what's happening till they observe the market. Yeah. Anyone make some good money on the short, please let me know you did, because I got smashed on the long. This week has been a back and forth week for me. It hasn't been perfect. Let's go live for a shout out to Crypto Archie in the house. Thank you so much. God bless you, man. Check your DMs when you get the chance, my friend. Thank you. Appreciate that. Let me see. Yeah, I'm so into the charts. I got so much going on, but I do what I got to do. I did put you in the Siri, so Siri will tell me. Yeah, you could do that for sure. Yeah, my bad, man. You're good to go, though. I'm so sorry I missed that. We could have been ripping it since 6:30. Yeah, but I told you, sure, you're on. We're on, man. Yeah. Yeah, Eastern time. Catch me on Crypto Archie show today, 3 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to kind of sit down and have, just kind of talk. He's going to ask me a couple questions. He's going to have like it's just like two people that talk about crypto. And we're going to discuss a couple things, probably definitely mention IF and a couple other, the Robinhood wave and what's happening. Yeah. So if you're excited for that, I'll be on Crypto Archie's channel later on today at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah. And I think you'll appreciate that. So jump on in today if you're looking. Thank you for jumping on in today, and let me know. It's funny, I talk to people all the time. They're like, yo, how to get a hold of you? I'm like, just super chat me, man. I'm like, it's the best way. Like, I'll eventually, smart move. Smart move. Can you look at FARTCOIN, please, boss? We'll take a look at FARTCOIN. Yeah, and then we're going to start ripping through these. Gotcha, Robinhood Chain. God bless you and your fam, Sam. Wow, we got another one. Thanks for all you do. Highest frequency on YouTube. You owe me a workout video. I got you. I do. It's true. So this is Ken. This is you, right? The whole time I never knew this was you, Ken. Can you verify that, Ken, you're go to the gym, bro, right? Let me see I should know by the picture, right? See how it doesn't let me go to this 3 should let me go to your channel. Anyway. Get back to brass tacks here with Bitcoin. So, looking bearish. We're upside down now. Let's flip this back. So Bitcoin looks more bearish to me at the present moment in time. All right. I'll go back to the regular chat for a split second, but I got so many super chats to rip through. We got about an hour to go through them all. I think we can do it, but it looks like it'll be close. So look at Bitcoin absolutely imploding on us, and that's not good for anything. When Bitcoin dumps hard, I'm telling you, it's going to affect your memes. It's going to affect everything. But some memes pump. They do. And certain coins are going to do their thing no matter what. He said, no, this is Ken. Oh, okay, thank you, Ken. Aha. Do you think the fact... thank you, Ken. Appreciate that. Love you, brother. Do you think the fact of rate hike being 50-50 chances, recipe to dump low, getting closer to September? I mean, I think we're kind of... rate hike or not, it doesn't really matter. I think everyone can see the fact that we can see. I've been going over that every day, and you can we've been talking about that. There's been no indication of a rate cut at all. at all, like for a long time now. You know, we've gone over the CME watch tool and we look at it every single day or every other day. Maybe there's a couple times we get away with not looking at it, and I always look out all the way to like September of 2027. And look, it's pushing to a rate hikes. Like right there, it's saying we're gonna hike it, which is projecting kind of like a solid economy as well. We're talking a year out. It's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 meetings, and we're there. It's so weird, right? 2027 is going to come so fun. I bet 2027 is going to disappear. I feel it's going to be the fastest year of your life. I predict 2027 is going to feel like it never happened. When is it ever going to slow down? I guess it does not. The older you get, the faster the years flip through. I went to the vineyard for that little week, that summer break I take with my family. Get away from this heat in Florida, which I actually love. Just hit the like button at Bitcoin Pump. We should all hit that like button. I mean, it barely pumped a little bit, but at least it stopped the pain. And again, you got to go to the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and you got to find a reversal pattern. Look at that. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. See it? It told us the 1 minute just kept saying, I'm going to continue to dump on you. I'm not giving you any reprieve from this. So the 1 minute will tell you what's going to happen, folks. I'll trust in the 3-day. I'll give the 3-day. It's, you know what I mean? You can't bail out on the 3-day in 2 seconds. You got to give it its time. So I'll stay underwater on that 3-day call. I'll lose. It is what it is, right? Longest year ever to never stop. Yeah, Tampa is hot today. I love it. Amen. Yesterday I was 20 years old, man. Crazy, right? Hit that like button. We can get to 400 likes. Thank you for saying that. God bless you, man. Yeah. We need more likes, baby. Thank you guys for saying that. I appreciate it. Up to 900 folks in the stream. One of the biggest live streams in the game, man. Holding on to one of the biggest audiences that crypto could provide in the entire network of live streaming. And we're working so hard to do that, like every single day, no days off. I got, you know what I mean? And it's still ripping from me, attention span. All right? But it is what it is, man. This is where I have to persevere. See, this is where I'm truly tested. Can you live stream when you were the man with 5,000 people watching you? Yeah, 2,500 people. Remember, 22,000 people watching me every single day for months on end? I had Tristan Tate retweet me one time. It was crazy. You know what I mean? I felt like I was going to blow up the internet. I thought I was months away from becoming one of the biggest internet sensations of the world. And then I was on ATB. I was on all these different channels. I was like, I'm blowing up. I'll be on the news soon. Then I did get on the news. But then things calm down. You know what I mean? That big wave subsides. Waves come and go in your life. Can you subside when things aren't as good as they used to be? Can you handle that when everyone doesn't love you so much? You know what I mean? When it's not so great anymore? That's when you become who you really are. And see, I look back to this channel. I did this channel for free for 3 years before I made a penny, before everyone knew me. For free, folks. Every single day, day in, day out, I believed in it. I didn't even know it was ever going to provide a living for me at all. I did it as a complete hobby. I loved what I was doing, but it was a complete hobby. I never knew, not once, it was going to provide a dang thing for me. Never once. I'm being honest. And then I realized the people that win are the people that never knew whether it was going to happen. They did it because they loved it. And I said I was that person. Like, I was so in love with it. So all in that I did it. You see what I'm saying? If I didn't even know there was ever going to be a reward at the end of the table. And I ended up getting the biggest reward ever because I did it without a reward. So it's crazy. And it hit me one day. I said, the only way to win as big as I did is to do it without thinking you're going to win. And my mom was like, but how is that possible? And in my mind, that's how the universe... So the universe hides success behind true vision. People that don't align themselves with what they truly want, truly desire, and you know, truly go all the way, they'll never know true wealth. I'm being honest, because at one point, their vision will fall apart. Their business will crumble, and whatever they were building won't make it because they didn't have true passion. If you're in business just for money, There'll be a time where you don't make enough money as you used to, and it won't motivate you enough because you did it for money, and then you won't be able to keep doing it. And you say, I'm going to do something else. I'm not making enough money now. If you do it for the love of it, and you get paid heavily at one point, but then you get paid lightly at others, you'll be you'll be like, you know what? I'll keep doing this. There'll be another time in my life where I get paid heavily again. You see what I mean? Like, you just kind of take it one step at a time, one day at a time. Ah, man. Bitcoin getting a bit of a bounce here back to the upside. Is there a bull div? Not really. Not amazing, but it's getting what we call a V-shaped recovery. So what I do there is I delete that. Okay, can it get a move back? Can it turn this into a shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder, and get a move back to the upside? Or is this thing just going to continue in a, and this, I remember this, like the other day, I kind of nailed it. Like we were dumping and I was like, well, it's obvious to me. We either rip up and make a right shoulder, or we continue in this downtrend. Make a descending triangle and dump and dump. And you straighten this out. And so if you come straight down here, I like to make it so ever so neat. So if you come down here and you don't make that, this is very, it's crazy as it is, right? So like if this came up, long here with a stop below here, I wait for the 200 to break. That's just that's me. I have rules. I made me a boring trader because some days I'm not above there, so I won't trade. And people are like, dang, but it is what it is. I have rules that I got to follow. I don't know if you have rules. Anyone here have rules? What are your trading rules? Anyone here? Let me know your trading rules. Write them down. Let me know. No, seriously. If you don't have any, say I don't have any. I need to learn some. But if you have rules, let me know. Let me know your trading rules. Wow, man. We have super chat after super chat. Yeah. The best business out there usually starts with your hobby. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I had no idea, folks, that this was going to turn into what it did. Look at this. $50 super chats. What is going on? Gotcha Chain. God bless you. Your friend Sam. Thank you, man. Let's take a look at it. He said, I was looking, remember Splash Dog is actually kind of ripping. I saw it at 75, whatever. These things are tiny. Be careful. Gotcha. Oh, very small, right? So on the way up, you never know, everyone. He likes it. It doesn't mean you have to like it. You got to do your own research. Could it keep grinding? You never know. I don't know enough about it. I made a tutorial on how to buy these coins if you want to learn on Uniswap. It's very simple. You buy Ethereum, you send Ethereum to your MetaMask wallet. Done. On Ethereum chain. You then go to Uniswap, you type in ETH, right? And you'll find an emblem for ETH, Ethereum, boom. Then you'll type in ETH, on the top, right? You'll put an ETH from 1 to 1. Very simple. Uniswap. Swap from one coin to the next. It's very simple. Whatever one's on the top, you swap to the one on the bottom. Just stretch out my back. But whatever one's on the top, you do the one on the bottom, right? That's Uniswap. Okay? Hey, Sam, big fan. Seemed to be a movement this morning on GACHA. Any chance you could take a look? Is it GACHA with a T? GACHA? I think you misspelled it, man. Yeah. I'm trying to see. It's got to be this one here. But just be careful. I don't know, man. This thing could turn to 0 in 2 seconds. I'd be very careful. I wouldn't touch it. So you do whatever you guys want. I would never touch that. Maybe it's the next big one. I don't know. I'm all set. CASHCAT is still inside a bit of a flag here that looks like it could break out. Maybe it dumps to 0 too. I don't know. But this one has a lot of volume and a lot of people talking about it. It was what Robinhood was supposed to be called. CASHCAT. That was the name. You see? That's where it came from. It's the blue chip Robinhood coin. Meme coin. All right. I'm still an if dude. So I'm very, I get very stuck in my ways, right? But I'm still stuck on if. I'm looking for it to kind of bottom out here, round out, and make its way on out of here eventually to the upside. All right. I own it, so we'll see what happens. See if carries me home. 1 hour time frame, getting a bit of a bounce here for Bitcoin. You know, could they save the day? And I'm still in my trade, even though I'm underwater. It's so crazy. I haven't been underwater like this for a long time. I can't wait for these trades to subside and forever this week to go away. And I start a new week of trades. It's just been that way. The super chats have been out of control though. 20, 20, 50. You guys are like, this is nuts. And let's just jump on in. Let's start doing the super chats one at a time and giving fans their due diligence here. Wow. You started a massive movement, Crypto Crick. It's been insane. It's really crazy. If I get time towards the end, my travel guide, I will look at logarithmic. It's just like a whole setup. We got to talk about it. It's a whole thing. And it's we got to, you know what I mean? I hope I'm not annoying you by not jumping into it immediately. You are the first super chat, but it's a big ask. It's not like just looking at a coin, right? I like this. I'm a father, I'm a brother, I'm a son, I'm an uncle. I'm an outlaw. I am the one, and above all, I am the lifer. God bless you. Let's take a look at PROM USDT on the 1 hour time frame. All right, and we'll go and look at our altcoin charts here. I believe this wasn't this Prometheus, am I right, or something? Isn't that what it is? What is PROM? Let's take a look. I just want to know what I'm talking about, if I may. $35 million market cap. What the heck is it? What does it do? I look at the about section and I look for some type of is an emerging layer 2 blockchain built on top of Polygon, CDK and ZK stack to deliver a modular ZK EVM solution. That means ZK tells me it's private. You know what I mean? Zero knowledge proof. PROM aims to provide a high-performance, scalable, secure infrastructure for decentralized applications, non-fungible tokens, and decentralized finance. They can start their journey on PROM by adding the chain to their MetaMask. So many chains out there nowadays doing so many different things. Oh, we're going to look at Velvet today, too. Remember Dexy, man, disappeared into the dust. Horizon, still on my radar. That is a privacy coin. And ZK Sync, ZK, ZK Swap. All right, there's a few out there. So anyway, it's got privacy integrated. It's got an Ethereum address. It's also got a BNB. So, okay. Seemed like it took a bit of a huge pump and dump in the last few hours, right? It rips from $2 to $3 and then comes all the way back down to 187. Let's see at the biggest time frame, like the daily. I'm not in love with the chart already. It's pretty wonky. You can see it came out in January, and it's, you know, probably in a tough market. And no matter how good it is, it's taking its hits. This chart that I'm in alone has, like, I mean, look, they pumped it and dumped it. And with Bitcoin acting funny too, that doesn't help, right? CPI and PPI next, you know, you have to understand, CPI and PPI will make Bitcoin act wonky. Then that will affect your altcoin. You wonder what's going on, and you're like, dang, my altcoin was acting strange because of CPI. It's happened. That is not far-fetched. You got to understand the market and what's happening. It's expectations based not on really the chart. The news doesn't create the charts. It's expectations of the news that creates the chart movement. It's happening beforehand by institutions and big money. You know, this could get tight. It could stay above the 21, and there could be a massive pump to the upside. This candle just is, you know, got me a little weary. But yes, it has the sauce that we go for. It's above the 200. It got a golden cross. Those signs tell me there's something brewing here, and it could get a move. The measured move takes it to 378. You could put an alert on it there. I don't love that daily candle that it just made, though. You know, I wish it was a little more or less rambunctious, but it is what it is for now. And hey, it is, you know, we'll take it with a grain of salt, and we go from there. Lack of bearish momentum in the MACD2 suggests that we could get a bit of a move here. We'll see. It could also do one of these, like make another show to kind of hang out and take its time before it really rips. It's high risk, folks, so we'll see. Morpho. I liked Morpho for a long time. It was a good coin. Interesting project. Let's take a look at it. So I still like Morpho. You can see I have a bit of a flag here on Morpho. It's got a double bottom, number one. Kind of Adam and Eve too as well, right? Which says it can make a move to the upside. It's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. So, my buddy wrote that in a movie one day. It's so funny. I'm talking 20 years ago, too. Don't delete the moving averages. So, you know, the daily is getting crunchy. What does that mean? It means price action's up, down, up, down, up, down. Getting toit. Toit like a toiga, right? And you can see it's about to break out of a falling wedge. Tells me that Morpho is about to break out at least to the top of the channel. Does that mean it's going to break out massively? The odds are that it's going to pump or go sideways and pump. It's starting to look better than others. It's on the 21 above the 200. And so I like Morpho. I've traded Morpho on and off. It's been a coin on my radar. This thing could pay some traders. It's making higher lows. It has a use case. Be careful. These low order books, if you put your stops all in the same place, if everyone chooses this one area to put a stop and you get a chunk of people down there, you could drag the liquidity there. So it's better you make your own stop, your own idea, come up with kind of what you're doing in your own risk management. That's why I'd love to give stops. Like, this is where I would put it, but at the same time, if everyone does it where I would do it, right? Anyway. But we'll see. I mean, this is, I still like what I'm seeing. This is the daily more likely to play out based off of the 200 and 2 resistances. You have the 200 and almost 3 resistances from where you're at. This would take some time, though. But if any coin could do it, Morpho looks likely to me. And it's been on my radar too as well, so I appreciate that as you bring up Morpho. Let's go look at the next coin on the list here is TRX. Tron's been hot. I've been talking about the fact that Tron's been in its own bull market for a long, long time. I have Tron in a daily flag suggesting that it's going to break up. 21's above the 200 on the daily in consolidation. This is what I look for trading. However, look, shoulder, shoulder, head, maybe multiple right shoulders. What if Bitcoin splits and takes us down? I mean, this could roll over. Still, Tron's been pretty hot recently, and I expect it to bounce at least up to 35, maybe even to 35.88 from the level it's at 33. Not amazing, a little under 10%, about a 2% move, and it's already a little bit up from where I looked at it. But then the bigger picture is that Tron's going to continue its plowing ahead because it's been hot. And it just consolidates. Again, you'd have to hold it for a long period of time, but I do see it at 60 by July of 2027. You'll double up in a year. Crazy, right? But that's, you know, it's a slow-moving chain that really just kind of, and look, it's been on a massive uptrend. Everybody uses it to move Tether on TRC20. It's like the most used, so it has a massive use case just in that alone, and then from there, it continues. And it's been around a long time. It was one of the first coins I ever traded in my life because I had seen the movie. I saw the coin Tron, and I thought the movie was hot. You know, I was into all that, and I said, this is interesting. I said, I bought this coin called Tron. I looked at my wife. She was like, I laughed. I said, I bought this coin because the movie was cool, and I liked the logo. Like, literally, like, I mean, how much different is that than buying a meme, right? So we've been buying memes since, you know, Tron to me was a meme coin because I didn't buy it for any other reason, but it had the name of the movie that I liked. So crazy. And it went from like 3 to 27 cents. It did a 9x or something crazy. It shut down Binance. I was there. The entire network shut down. Like, you couldn't get in or out. If you tried to get out, I ended up selling, and like people got out at random prices. They couldn't match the order. It was so whack. But I mean, that was that was how it all began. Bitcoin Cash was almost 3 grand. Bitcoin was almost 3 grand. They were battling for the real Bitcoin. It was crazy. Roger Ver was out there with his Bitcoin Cash. Mantle, my man's got MMT, right? I'm looking at the bigger time frame. It looks like it's possibly bottoming finally, making a massive inverted head and shoulder. It's got a green R, oversold, so like you get it now and hold, could be a chance it goes on a massive run back up. Like it goes from low levels to high, low levels to high, low levels to high, low levels back to high again. It loves to do this bounce, 39 to 138. Seems like a repetitive move. You look for that 4 hour, and is it above that, and it's got the sauce. Yeah. Some of these haven't been filling out, I've noticed. They've just been ripping. Like they just start pumping up, and, might be a reason for that. But that looks, it is, if it can maintain previous resistance as support, you got a golden cross there. You do have a bear div that kind of came in, though. The RSI is a little high there. Price action might need to take some time to relax. Might actually have to do something more like this, and it might be a little more elongated for that traction. I could be completely wrong. It might pump in 2 seconds, folks. You know what I mean? Just because I say it could consolidate, maybe it doesn't. I just do what I do. ICP next in the line. Let's make sure we're kind of doing these correctly here. You stop numbering them. I mean, are you an internet computer guy? I never was. There was a lot of people that are. I think they love this coin. I just never fell into that category. When it took that massive dump and everyone was like, ooh, I was like, ooh. Wow, I think we did look at this double bottom. I remember putting it out here, though, saying internet computer looks interesting. It's above the 200 with that, Love this track. Let's take a look at the bigger picture for internet computer. That's my buddy's rap name, Computer, man. Shout out to Computer. Mob affiliated. My man Computer, bro. See me at SOBs doing them. It's attempting a double bottom here. The lowest it's almost ever been for the last 10, 12 weeks. It's crazy. We're either getting gifts for the rest of our lives or some coins are done for good. That's a massive double bottom. You don't have to believe in anything but the pattern. The pattern says that you got a 68% chance of going back to $5. You're sitting at 228. Is it worth a little over a double up? 100% gains? It depends on the person. It depends on who you are. A lot of people love this coin, think it's going, you got to have it. If you don't have it, you're going to miss out on some of the biggest gains in the history of the world. I don't know about that, per se. I really don't. So, I think everything's all right. I'm just feeling a little tight. All right. Weird sound there on that. Anyway, can ICP get a bounce on the weekly? Looks interesting to me. Take a look at that 3D chart too. I mean, a bit of a double bottom there. A falling wedge too that can break to the upside. You see this? Kind of poking out with bullish divergence on the 3-day chart. It would gap all the way back up to that 200 moving average. It would make its way up there eventually. You see? Getting a resistance by the daily 200 as well. Let's go down to the 8-hour time frame. 8-hour above the 200 moving average. The 4-hour above the 200 moving average. So again, I do that same annoying stuff that I do, but I would just have to say, like, can you flag out of some type or, maybe even a falling wedge or I don't know how exactly it's going to go. But make some type of, continuation flag and show me that the 4-hour wants to make sweet love to that 21 and we could be in business here. Bit of a shoulder, head right shoulder there. Could dump further down, and then kind of make some sauce. I'd have to see that 4-hour. I'd give it like 10 to 12 hours to really give me some more time on ICP. Convex Finance. I used to trade this thing all the time back in the day. It's been a while. CVX. Let's take a look at CVX. Nice little rippage for CVX again. 21 off the 200 on that 4. Gave you the gains. You had to be in it, though, from the 3rd all the way to the 10th. It took a week to make 130 all the way to 174. It ain't bad. 40 cents. Basically 30% gain. Now it's a little high. You want to look at the daily and see what's happening. I would trade this on the daily, personally. I wouldn't trade on any other time frame. It looks like it's setting up beautifully for the daily. I'd stay calm, cool, and collected and only trade it on the daily. Set an alert. Let this thing pump and get back in, I don't know, somewhere in these areas. Possibly ride it. You could ride it another 7 to 12 days from 150 back to 219. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Maybe it dumps in our face. Bitcoin has trouble. This goes back down, makes a right shoulder, and we're somewhere down here. So, you know, I would only trade what I call is the consolidation. Cake, been a long time coming. We got cake at 60 cents back in the day, rode it to 44. One of the greatest calls of my entire life was cake. I was looking for it to kind of break out here up to 166. Never really stopped out. It still went sideways. We can tweak this flag actually slightly. I call this recycling. Never throw out your line. You know, you throw out your lines, there's going to be lines all over the place. You know, recycle. I hope you're recycling these. If you delete them all and throw them all out, I mean, they're going to end up somewhere. They end up somewhere. Right? But you're deleting them right now, so I know I had to over there. But please recycle your trend lines if you can. You know, no reason why you can't be recycling those. Don't throw them away. I know. I'm not that funny. I never said I was. Like, I just, you know, I'd rather you laugh at how funny I try to be than how funny I really am. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so the daily still looks bullish to be on cake the way it's crossed that 200 moving average. Tells me it's a safer bet up to 167. DeFi is starting to change a little bit. We're getting some flooring in crypto. But a lot of these floors haven't been sustainable. We've had it before, and they've been ripped out from underneath us over time. I like cake. I believe in it. It can get the movement. It has volume. It's worth looking at. You can see we've gone over a lot of coins. Not everything fits my fancy or should be, you know, belongs in the Discord. Let's take a look at GT. That was a smaller coin with very... Oh, no, Gate token's going to be like OKB. That thing could rip. Best to be obviously traded on Gate itself, right? Maybe Binance. I don't think they have it anywhere else, though. It's going to look similar on the daily. See how it's trying to climb? You're going to probably see it above the 200 on the 4. Touch it. Yeah, exactly. Looks okay. You know, you could kind of place it in this. Volume is somewhat strong. If the market starts to come back, if meme coins get listed on Gate and then that volume starts to come into Gate, then I guess take, you know, and you can hold Gate token for cheaper fees and all that. Everyone does that. So it has a use case. All the tokens do. Just high risk to me personally. Well, yeah, you could see Gate token at $7.20 from $6.80. I don't even think it's really worth it, but it looks like it could make a gain though. And now we're at let's raffle off the Lamborghini. Look, we did all of these. Thank you so much, man. We ripped through a lot. I'm just so focused right now. God is good. Thank you. Thank you for all you do on highest frequency on YouTube. You owe me a workout video. Thank you. Can you look at FATCOIN, boss? Let's take a look at FATCOIN. Only if you're in the Discord. Are you in the Discord? I'll put it out. I'll put it in the Discord. Yeah. You know, FARTCOIN's kind of in that, you know, looking somewhat like Bitcoin. Like, are you making shoulder heads and right shoulders? Are you building a way on out of here to the upside? 4 hour looks promising as it's getting back above the 200 and it's fighting for that tightness. Look at the daily. Kind of got a double on, but it still has some head and shoulder vibes for me. For me personally, FARTCOIN's a little high risk. I don't think I would trade it. But yeah, I mean, it's starting to show some signs of a reversal. And if it's gonna pump or dump, it's gonna happen in the next 14. You know, look, this is the 4 hour. Yeah, in the next 16 hours likely. Go sideways here. Hit shift. Go sideways, and you got a day and 4 hours at the most. So maybe 24 hours or something like that. We could get all the way up to 15. I'd pay attention. It looks like it could do some damage. I mean, the 21 is approaching the 200. Last time we had one of these, we got a pretty big move to the upside. We went from exactly where we are, a pretty similar region, about 13 all the way back up to 17. So we go 13 back up there to, you know, 15 and a half, 18, 17. Looks very possible. All right. I know you're a business lever. Can you check the DMs when you get a chance, my friend? Yes, I did that. Thank you, Crypto Archie. Yep. Greetings, my favorite white man. Gosh, I'm rubbing his arm. Only my narrative. My next woman is gone. Interesting. So while they really like it, he doubled up on it. So you guys are going hard on this thing. You guys, I mean, you trying to turn it into something from the channel? That's the only thing I'm like, you know, I don't want to be that, you know, purveyor. Yeah, look at that thing it completely moved. Look at it, got, you know. Get out of here, man. You guys are losing your privileges soon. You're going to lose your privileges soon, man. Look at you. Look at this, bro. If you stand behind this garbage, bro, I love you guys, but come on now. You got to raise the bar here. Don't be bringing that trash here. All right? Bitcoin with a nice bounce back to the upside, folks. Looks way nicer on the bigger time frame. Like the way the 1 hour is bouncing. I'm still strong on this 3-day. Wow, the 1 hour is going up back hard. And it looks like we may get a V-shaped recovery here pretty fast back to the upside. 1 minute still has not breached the 200 moving average. But finally, some type of reversal pattern, a double bottom. Okay, we got a super chat in here from Waterview. He says, hey, Sam, big fan. Seems to be a movement this morning on... He didn't spell it right. I love you, man. Thank you. Sam is the guy to learn from a true teacher. He's a descendant of SJP. Sam, please. MHG1 in a long now. Thank you. God bless. MHG1? Is it MHGI, Midnight Holdings Group? No, he wrote MHG1. Is that mining and copper? You got the best of me. Are you really in micro copper right now? I mean, it looks hot. It's tree topping up there, but starting to get higher lows, showing, you know, bigger buy volume than sell volume, right? That's what patterns are telling you. Patterns are teaching you where price action is going due to unleveled, basically distribution. If there's more distribution on one side than the other, it's going to offset a wave, right? It's going to push it to where? To wherever, you know. So if you have more buys than sells, and what happens, price action will create a trend line if there's more buys than sells. You have an ascending triangle. If this is what you're in, this looks bullish to me. It looks like you may be able to make some gains here. I don't know, though. Right? I'm not you, so I don't know how you're going to manage that trade or what you're doing with it. But you're above the 200 moving average on all the time frames. And even the 1 hour, you know, look for, you might get a pullback, though, down to the trend line at 628 before the bigger move. You got to be okay with that. Kind of like when we were here, you came down, we're here, you come down. Make a higher low. Just be careful, man. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say you should be taking as financial advice. You got to do whatever you want. Yeah. Okay, chat wild today. Shout out to Link and Cookie. Let's take a look at Link and Cookie. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 11:32. We've ripped through so many coins today. Wow, Chainlink, my baby, finally getting a move. Something, anything, I'll take it. I've owned Chainlink for such a long time. I'm looking for it to bounce. I'm stuck on you, Chainlink. I really am. Stuck on you. The best of me. I mean, I'm almost like this was it. It broke out, came back inside. It's still inside. We got to break it out. These are our lows. Shoulder head. We might make another right shoulder there. Just like in, November, December, we get that pump. 2027 reveals like something huge about crypto. Maybe crypto, comes in with AI. Something about crypto and AI become one. And the whole market is revealed and it goes on a massive tear. Like something just happens that we're not expecting. Charts are conveying something like this, like because they're both going to pump together in a massive way. Well, the dollar just really collapses in a way that shows you got a pump and everything else that doesn't have value in the dollar. This is a bit of a cup and handle. There's a higher low air on the daily. It's looking pretty bullish even today. Chainlink. The daily likely will get rejected by the 200 moving average. For the most part now, you just want to make sure you hold above 834. Almost like a breakout here. And then we have it. So you got the 4 hour sticking out. So instead of coming right back down and making a head and shoulder, which could happen, you're looking for the 4 hour to actually make a bit of a flag. Could be a nice, you know what? Chainlink moves big. If it makes a flag on the 4 hour, there's a high likelihood we could trade it. We could make one Chainlink trade a year, and it could be this one 4 hour trade. And then we could move on and only trade this on other assets. See what I'm saying? I like Chainlink right here, but again, wait for that 4 hour. Alerts on Chainlink. Starting to wake up a bit. Okay. All right. I think we did it, right? And Cookie. Let's take a look. It's kind of a rush when I rip through and I'm like, it's been a long time since we felt like this. Wow, we talked about Cookie bouncing off the 618 Fibonacci, the 706. I even drew this and said, look for it. You know, you get in there and then it did bounce. From, a penny up to 1.4. I still hold a lot of Cookie. Kind of sad. I want to see it go somewhere at one point. We will see at one point. Dang, Cookie, baby. Right? Copper will rip. That's why copper is kind of interesting. Next Bitcoin halving progress. 58% loading. Yeah, exactly. Current block. Yep. Sammy, can you take a look at XAU USDT? The lifer is the best. God bless you. Thank you for saying that. Let's take a look at this small time frame now. Oh, wow. They just completely took a U-turn. And Bitcoin's struggling today hard, man. It just... The longs. No love for these longs. They're basically saying we're going to dump. 63,000 just has too much liquidity. BOOKMAP is screaming, bring us down, right? And the liquidity is to the downside. It's back to 62.5 even. Or them 50K guys, right? But there's a liquidity down to 63,250. That's what we see on the board as we speak, you know? Flagic P, is that like, I don't, I can't tell if like where you're adding the letters and the numbers though. Damn, they're dumping that puppy. Oh, you think ICP? I don't know. That's a head and shoulder pattern about to dump in our face, no? Maybe I'm reading the wrong ticker. I don't know. Is that a cup and handle on TENDIES? We'll take a look. Whole market's taking a beat down when Bitcoin doesn't do well. I'm telling you, it even hurts your memes, man. People think it doesn't. Some are impervious, but it's like 1 out of a billion, you know? Let's look at TENDIES. You know, TENDIES looks very good. Not even a cup and handle. I mean, that's an ascending triangle. I hadn't looked at TENDIES. I did look at TENDIES back there in July. I haven't looked at it in a month or something. As long as TENDIES can hold this trend line, it actually looks pretty good. And TENDIES is funny. It has a good vibe, good idea, a lot of friends. So, you know, transcend stuff. You know, friendies can grow. To me, it says it can continue. It is dumping a little bit with Bitcoin's pullback. 63.5, harsh for BTC. Right. Well, some of the Uniparty think they destroyed the Clarity Act. My house selling running. I can't wait to get some more BTC. God bless you, man. Be careful. Hope everything goes well. One step at a time. Wow, and look at that. I mean, that descender just decides it's going to take us down. Dumping it. Dumping it hard. BTC, man. And it's a nasty day for me. XPR looking good. XPR over X. Yeah, XPR was an interesting coin. Yeah. Back to schools. Yeah, some of the, yeah, exactly. DXY up. VChain up. Oil up. You can't make this stuff up. Yep. Every day it's going to be something crazy. ICP looks like it's going to dump hard right there. That's what I see, you know. I don't know. Look for this to make a right shoulder and get sunned by the 1 hour 200 and continue its dumpage. It crosses that and starts to pump, though, like shoulder, head, right shoulder. We have a bit of a trouble, you know. Thanks so much for what you do. I've been following you for over 2 years now, and you've helped a lot to learn the markets and trading. If you could have a look at Puffer and say your thoughts. I mean, the way you do it is so nice. See, he starts with a nice compliment, and he asks, and it's kind of hard to say no. Like, if you treat someone with respect, you're going to get respect every time. He just proved that. Puffer looks horrible. It's down in the dumps. It looks like it got rugged down to 5. I don't know what happened to it, but it looks absolutely horrible. Possible inverted, like Adam and Eve there. If it could round on out, maybe you're buying the bottom. I'd stay away. And I'm sorry if you're, if I'm not giving you exactly what you want there for Puffer, but it's just not, that thing doesn't add up to me, Canton CC getting a little bit of love with DTCC. Pump Fun, the biggest gainer really in a week. Just looking okay, but a lot of coins sketchy right now with Bitcoin acting up. Last hour, we got a kind of wave of red here in the crypto land for coins. Wow, USDJ, though, up 1,200%. Isn't that supposed to be just a stable coin, like a Tron stable coin or something? USD. I'll look at that. USDJ. Banana 3-1, Dose. Geode. A couple coins here and there. For the week, still had some good love out there. Tut. Sky AI, Anvil, Cap. We did trade Cap, if you remember. See what happened to Cap there on that on the altcoin cam. We gave you, he was all over Cookie. We went over it many, many times. Can't say we didn't give you Cookie. Cap is pumping. I like what Cap is doing, and Cap looks like it's going to continue to the upside. I don't know what, for whatever reason, but Cap looks impervious to Bitcoin's attempts to take it down. All right. Sigmund Freud, what did he say? That the Irish were the only race that was impervious to psychoanalysis? Right. I don't know. They just, something that they said about the Irish. That still looks bullish to me. The initial entry was sitting at 3,867. You're already up at 5. I mean, that's a gain. Shout out to anyone that took this call. You're up 29%. I mean, that's beautiful. You're up 30% right now if you took the call. Looks like it's going to continue higher. My humble opinion, Cap call looks like it wants to continue. Stop would be somewhere below 3,886. I'm not going to put one. I don't want to attract one. You guys got to find it for yourself. Sometimes I can't give you everything you need. I got to give you the education to get what you need. That's going to help us all way better over time. $64.4. Wow, Bitcoin just imploding, headed down to the levels that it says it's going to. It says, I'm going to do what I say I'm going to do. Right? Sam, you talk about what I've already don't want to ask. Yes, we did. Yeah, we went over it. Yep. However, y'all just throwing your money in the trash. I know exactly, right? Respectfully, what are you hope y'all looking for? Asking for those track coins. At least I have it set up. Love is love. Thank you for saying that. The project seems important to what it does. Man, they tell you things about projects. Never fall in love with a project's idea. Pointless. I've been in too many projects that say they're going to do this and say they're going to do that. They don't do a dang thing, man. And they create this quote-unquote community. No. It's all a lie just to suck you and take your money and buy Bitcoin with the winnings. On the low. Look, this is a bear flag now, folks. Starting to negate the right shoulder. This thing could dump. And things are changing right now. Thanks for showing up every day and help us grow. Like, this tells me, like, this should have stayed green and another green, and we got the pump. The odds now are unlikely. I don't like my trade on the 3-day. I could hold now for a couple more hours to see where we go, but I've already kind of decided to cut off my losses and move on. I'm in a long, that's why it's dumping. Dang, why did you have to do that to me? Yeah, Wilder World, golf, poor Lambos. Exactly. So cap is the thing that I would look at today that looks hot. It's one of the best things I could see, right? Maybe he meant cap. I think he meant cap, right? Is that what you were saying, Crypto Rick? Is that a cup and handle on Tendies? We went over that too. Thank you so much. Super chats were abundant and amazing today. Participation was awesome. One of the best streams I've ever been in. Shout out to Mo Gaines. Shout out to Recon John Crypto. Shout out to Waterview. Shout out to All-Star Grant. Shout out to Tibber John Yoon. Crypto Archie in the house. And I'll be on Crypto Archie's channel. Go check him out. Subscribe. I'll be on that channel today at 3 o'clock. Me and Crypto Archie, so check it out. We're going to have some fun. Probably he might ask me a question no one's ever asked before. You might find out something you've never known. So, and then we had the GACHA crew that kind of attempted to rug us, but we didn't let it happen. No, because we know better. I said I wouldn't touch that thing with a 10-foot pole. Crypto Rick with a bunch of asks that we went through every single one. We nailed them all. Thank you so much. Made the show fun and amazing. I appreciate that. And my travel guide. So shout out to everybody that threw down today. Absolutely amazing. Just want to say thank you. Okay, and it is object time. I'm going to pick an object from the desk. Someone has to guess what it is. What would be on my desk? You know, so many assortments of things could be on a trader's desk. You never know. So I got it in my hand. Let me make sure I don't reveal it for any reason. Let me see if I can place it where no one can see anything about it. You know what I mean? So it's in, you know, I guess that reveals it because I can't put it in one hand, but maybe it could fit in one hand, but I'm putting it in two hands because I don't want you to understand anything. So I have an object. There's something in my hand. There really is in here, in my hands. What's in my hand? What did I pick up off the desk? And let's find out. Let's find out right now what people say. A piece of silver, a pencil, a silver chain, a bottle cap. And if you see it and if you say it and I don't see it, you can't win. You have to see it and you have to say it and I see it. Because, you know, a cigar cutter, a pen, a Rubik's Cube, a Zippo, silver, Sharpie, a pencil, a piece of silver, a I can't repeat that one. Rubber band, ledger, pencil, obsidian, labyrinth. Now, you guys know me well, though. Can I buy a vowel? Gold bars. Pen, thumb drive, baby Jesus. Isn't that crazy that girl guessed a baby Jesus? Magic maca, a spliff. Oh, my gosh. Thanks for showing up every day. You make me strive for the best. If you can do it, we can do it. Yes, you can. May God bless you, Sean Don. It's not going to be easy. You're going to take some L's like I took today. Pocket square, rubber, silver, gold bob, pen, keychain Jesus, eraser, Rolodex, pen holder, stress ball, mouse, coin, ring, seashell, glasses, dust, a spindrift. How could a spindrift fit in my hand? Rolodex, cold wallet, incense. Oh my gosh, this guy got it. This guy got it, man. Didn't take that long. It didn't take that long. We'll do two then, I guess. We'll do another one. But he got screwdriver. Email us, cryptolifers@gmail. $100 US Tether to hook you up, man. Thank you for playing, dude. May God bless you. And that's what people gave today on the show. So we're giving back what we got. And super chats. It's been an amazing run on these super chats. You people are crazy. It's so funny. Like, the show will have more people, less super chats. You know what I mean? More super chats, less people. But no matter what, there's always a reason to be grateful on my show. Like today at 211 super chats. That's amazing. You people are amazing. So it was a beautiful little red screwdriver. I don't know how he knew I had a screwdriver on my desk, but you know. All right. Okay, I picked up something else. It's in one hand now. I have something else in my hand. What is in my hand? You know, what is in my hand? What is in my hand? $100 to a beautiful person. All right. What did I just pick up? I put it back down right in front of me, but what did I just pick up on the desk? All right. Start it again. Lifer's on his Tim Allen vibes. You're funny. H-Bota remote. Oh, that's a good one, but oh, wow, I'm getting the... Archie's a good dude. He's really trying to get one if to the moon, yeah? A screw. Wow, a cigar cutter, a screw, a coin, a penny. Quartz, paper clip, a rock, a cigar cutter, Lamborghini key bracelet. Wow, all these cool things that could be in my hand. Wow, Lamborghini key, I'm flattered that that would be there. A lighter, a screw, a ring, a paperweight, a dice, a duck, Lamborghini key, miniature, unicorn. How did you know? A baby Jesus, you always got to throw that out there now. A paperweight, Uber driver, miniature, unicorn, no. Flash drive, a baby Buddha, dental floss, cough drop, glass cup. His says safe, but a treasure, no. Funny. Push pin, Uber driver, screw. I do have one right there too, though, right here. Pretty good, you know, yes. A no, I'll worry rock, coffee, a blue lighter, ginger. How do you know I have a blue lighter? That's weird. Heather, how do you know too much about me, Heather? Creepy. Are you looking at me from a telescope around my neighborhood? Hershey Kisses, no. Cigar, eraser, Bitcoin token. Nope, but I have one of those. Yeah, I don't put it on the desk anymore. Marble, dentures, necklace, a ginger shot, an eraser. Some people like looking at pictures of my desk from other posts and like they might be asking AI what could be on his desk. While the other one, I couldn't believe how quick you guys got it. A khaki, a toothpick, a cigar, a bottle opener. If it isn't one of the things these people said, it's not those things. A candy, no. Mini gum, Zippo, Legit, turmeric. No, wow. I do take a lot of turmeric. It's crazy. You're spot on. You know me so well, you people. Black cleaning cloth for your monitor. Wow, that's crazy. I could give a clue, but I feel like if I give a clue, I'll give it away. It's not a fidget spinner. It's not keys. It's not a chocolate coin. It's not false teeth. It's not gum. It's not mini Snickers. What if it's a cucumber? I like that you did. I like how you did that there. Secret to success is in my hand. Yeah. Family pick, mini fridge. A mini fridge was in my hand. That'd be hilarious. A Mickey fridge. I don't know what that. Cigar, water, keychain. Nope. ARIA AI. We'll take a look at ARIA when I get a chance. Don't take away from my fun right now. Glass wiper, a chain, earring, eraser, napkin, a battery, lip cream, Starburst peppermint, gravity, a pack of gum, a receipt from dinner. Wow, you guys are crazy. No. Sugar, salt, sunglasses, a cigar, a rubber band, a hairband, salt, dust ball. I love you, Sam. Gainitis cream, nail clipper, pickleball, a sparrow, a nail clipper could be pen cap. Nothing. It's not nothing. It's definitely something. Okay, how about I'll give you guys a clue. I'll make a sound with it. I'll make a sound. I'll let it hit the desk. I'm going to drop it and let it hit the desk. All right? And I'll put the mic towards it. That's the sound of it hitting the desk. That's the sound of it hitting the desk. It's in my hand right now. It's in my hand right now. I've got it in my hand. I looked at it. I'm looking at it. Coins, a key, a tennis ball, a pin, a bottle cap. It did hit a bottle cap. Interesting. A badge. Are people using AI to do this? This is crazy. Alexa, go to cryptolifer.com. Siri, Google cryptolifer.com. Google cryptolifer.com. Wow, this is crazy. I made a bunch of chart and everyone's just bang. I like this, but it's just like all you could do is just give me the stuff and I'll put it out. Everyone does this, then they take over my YouTube channel and my stuff, you know? If you really want to contribute, you hit me silently, you say, hey, I'm doing a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? You know, get what I'm saying? Because I could do this, I do the same thing you're doing, man. I'm gonna start doing it even at a higher level too. And I scan as fast, but I have all the same scanning stuff. I'm not trying to be rude. I appreciate it. I sound like that, but I do get like, you know what I mean? I get defensive over my little spots. Yeah. And we don't do what people tell us to do. We do what the Discord needs us to do. Like we're working on a lot of other things too. If you want to get brought on a major level, then like you should hit me up. We should work at a different capacity. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. I appreciate you 100%. Don't get me wrong. I thank you with 100%. Yeah. L wrench. All right, someone got it. It's a wrench. It's our little wrench. This guy wrote L wrench right here, West Salvador. You nailed it. You nailed it, bro. Yeah. Everyone suggests I wear a tutu. You know what I mean? Everyone suggests I drive a Honda Civic, you know? Everyone suggests, I'm just messing around with you. Nah, he nailed it. What was your name though? Email us. I didn't get it. Wait, there it is. L wrench. West Salvador. He nailed it. I don't know how you got it, but you nailed it, dude. And you've been on the channel for a long, long time. All right. Exactly. Now, you don't get your own section. We just bring you in as a poster if you want to post, and we kind of watch it for a second. We kind of do it right, man. We do everything correct here. We don't just, the YouTube, the channel, we've been going around for a long time. We don't just like, you know what I mean? And think about it. I'm not trying to be rude. This has happened many times before. Someone comes into my group, someone just like you, they're scanning all the time. They're posting. They come to the YouTube channel. Not as much as you this time, but this exact thing has happened to me 3 or 4 times before. They stay around for a year or two, they disappear eventually, but they get very active for a while. I don't know how long you'll be. You might come and go. You might stay for a long time. I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's like, dude, I've been here for a long time. I always piss people off too when I do this. So I should never talk. I just want to say thank you. God bless you. And I'm appreciative of everything you do for me. That's all I want you to know. Because I have the mic. Whenever I speak, I think I sometimes don't come across right. And I'm not the best social, you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm not, don't ever expect me to be perfect because I'm nothing close. Yeah. Not even near. ARIA AI. Again, too, you're putting whatever the scans, but are you looking at the market cap? Are you looking at where it is? Are you looking at the order book? Like, there's more than just, you know what I mean? Like, anything could move on small order. We want to make sure we're also looking, there's other parameters around just the first parameter. You know what I mean? And he's like, no, I'm doing all this. No, I might believe it, Paperclip, you're funny. Been watching Sammy since 2019. Yeah, you've been around a long time, man. One of the first people ever on my channel in the history of the channel. This does look bullish, though. Just give it some time to consolidate. Some of them have just been pumping out of nowhere without even consolidating. So maybe it does with that, All right. The Travelier Max. Yeah, exactly. Everyone, when you join my trading group, you got to go to the watch first and the read first section. See, this guy goes as far as the FMA. What else does he use at the bottom? But just go to the watch first and the read first. Right when you join the group, go to watch first and read first. These things are going to help you immensely. There's even a class in there. I condensed the class, a 45-minute class there for free. That'll get you going and show you exactly what you need. All right? And get you ripping. All right? Let's take a look at the log chart. Yeah, we're probably not going to get to the log chart today. You know what I mean? It's just, I gotta want to do that. And no, you can't do it. No, I can't 100%. We used to look at it all the time. It's just not the day for me to be looking at the log chart today. It's one of these like we're in the nitty gritty here, trying to get out of these, these swing trades with crazy movement on the small time frames. Can this bullish divergence? That's some strong bull div as we flattened out on the RSI. Could kind of stop the pain here for the day. I keep looking for wherever that daily low is going to be. See, now again, it's the same thing every time. We either make an inverted head and shoulder in reverse, or we fill out the descending and continue to dump. It's one of those two things. You know what I mean? Yeah. I've been watching Sammy since 2011. I wasn't even on there. You know what I mean? And may God bless Cryptic Rick. He's the man, dude. I never want to, I think I always piss people off, but I want to say God bless you and thank you for everything you're doing for the channel. Thank you. All right. Appreciate it. Right. And just post how you want to post, man. And don't let anyone tell you nothing. See what I'm saying? Just contribute to the group in the way in which you want to contribute. That's all. Right? Yeah. But please don't make another group. Please don't post your group. Please don't start to try to extrapolate into this is what happens. People and then eventually it turns into either you're 100% a lifer and you're helping the lifer community, or you're farming my community to make a new community. And it's going to be pretty obvious at one point to my team, everyone around. So you just do the right thing, and you have a choice, right? At one point, who do you want to be, right? So just make sure you're staying a lifer 100% and you're staying on the lifer mode. Okay. It gets a little I've been around for 5 years. People come in and then they'll just kind of you know what I mean? We appreciate it, but don't take over. You see what I mean? Do it the right way. Some people get overzealous and it can be taken the wrong way. So do it the right way. So my team feels comfortable. Everyone's comfortable. If you put everyone unaware, you're going to put everyone unawares, right? Because we've had this happen many times. So just that's all. That's all I got to say. All right. I love you all. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here today. I'm still inside this long. It doesn't look amazing. It's likely we're going to go sideways and maybe go lower. Be careful. Altcoins are cool, but right now they're still very high risk. I'm not posting as many altcoins because I don't think they're high risk. They're not as good right now. When the time comes, you'll see me posting 10 to 20 altcoins a night. I'll be scanning and doing crazy stuff, but right now they're sketchy. I'll be looking at them. I'll be lightly, but I'm not over posting altcoins because it's not a high probability time. If I post altcoins heavy right now, I'll get some people a lot of money and most people wrecked. It's about getting the majority of people the gain. So I want to do it at the right possible, I want to bombard the market when the market should be bombarded, right? We also look for gains, don't get me wrong, but it's about being very low risk right now. We can raise the risk as the market starts to get more advantageous. But right now, for me personally, it's not the time to be going way crazy altcoins. They're just not settled right. They have low volume. You can get stopped out very easily. And their order books can be very unpredictable. So just be very careful and be very careful. Anyway, all right. God bless everybody on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say indeed should be taken as financial advice, right? And I lose too. So, I don't win every single trade I make. So every day is a probability that we take and we go for it from there. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I'll see you tomorrow for another beautiful, awesome, and amazing live stream. Thank you to all the contributors and everybody here. And may God bless you all for being here and being a part of my life. I'll see you all tomorrow. The secret to success is getting started.